Okay, I know you said you're gonna be at the gym, so you're not gonna be able to reply, which that's okay. Turn that fan down a little bit.
I'm just on the I'm just on the treadmill. I'll be up there respond.
All right, cool.
I ain't doing nothing crazy.
I know one thing. I definitely gotta get a hair. Get one this week. Uh,
Hey man, you want me both, bro?
my dog is full.
Yeah.
It's full. All right, so YouTube is live. Welcome everybody to the Dapper Trades WTO market markup and review. Going to be looking at the market today with you guys. Also, going to be sharing another platform with you all that I am using. It's called Hanko Trades. I have been using it now for a couple of days, and it's actually pretty neat, pretty cool. I do like using it on a laptop or a tablet better than my phone with the Act Trader. So I'm gonna show you guys that. So let me get logged into that platform. I know they said they was working on the servers, so I wasn't going to take any trades off of that platform today. But I'm on my other platform, which is KLT Forex. So I'll be sharing two platforms with you guys and kind of just going from there. All right. So let's see. All right, so I'm signed in there. Go back to. I think Nas is gonna have a crazy drop today. We got some bearish momentum on the hour. So all right. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at pound JPY. And then if anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute and ask. Yeah, feel free to unmute and ask questions. So let's do a screen share. Share screen, start broadcast. All right, so you guys should be able to see my screen on my tablet, right? Yep, showing the tablet. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about the pound yen first. Let's talk about the pound yen first.
You ain't gonna hear it. You only hear it when you put it where when you hit a bump. You hear it.
So let's talk about GJ. Let's look at it from August 1st to where we are currently right now. So towards the end of January, not January, the end of July, right? The end of July. And let's just start from like here. So from July 20th all the way to let's say July 20th to let's say like July 31st, right? Let's look and see where price was at with GJ. So first thing I'll do is I notice here GJ was bullish until we hit some highs, right? So the highs was around 199.98, 199.66. So up in this little area here. So we were bullish, right? Meaning we were moving to the upside. But after the move to the upside, we could not break and close above that 199.98. 199,870. So we kind of shifted, right? We kind of shifted. So this was the bullish move, the uptrend, right? Higher highs, higher lows. We do see consolidation. Eventually, price did push right back up, right? So we ended up breaking this high over here, and we pushed up higher. All right. So now in this little area here, we had a little transition area or consolidation. After it transitions and consolidates, we see a market structure shift from now making higher highs and higher lows to now lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So if you look right here, you can see where this last higher low section here, the candle breaks and closes below. It pulls back and retests and continues on down. The market opened Sunday with the gap. We ended up having one last push up to the upside. So as you can see, we just reacted right off of that 198, 196 area and pushed up. And then we ended up coming right back down. So prices just kind of been fluctuating up and down, up and down, up and down. This pink zone was my lower high zone. Only reason why was because that is a resistance level as well as a lower high. If you are struggling with market structure, I want to show you guys some tools, a tool that you guys can use on TradingView to help you identify market structure or help you identify your highs and lows and things of that nature. So around this little area here, we kind of consolidated. We kind of, reacted off of some other resistance levels. So this was a resistance zone right here that we reacted off of. So there, I would have just been looking for sales. Down here, where you see my trend line that's going up, eventually we had some short-term buy opportunities. Wasn't really like long-term. What I mean by long-term is more than a couple of hours. More than a couple of hours. So if I look to the left, I should see some type of structure that was over here where we were either previous resistance up. So you see how we were previous resistance right here? I really need to get a stylus. So I'm gonna go back. So you see this mini resistance level that's right here? Everybody see that? Type yes if you do, type no if you don't.
Wait,
Type
is it where the arrow? Is it where the
yes,
arrow is?
yes, where the arrow is.
Okay.
Yep, where the arrow is, right? So that's a mini resistance. Now, if you look, as you kind of look down over here, you see how price, this data point, this point here is lower than this point, but it's higher than the one to your left. So I can kind of tell like, yeah, we were moving in the uptrend from right here. This is a low, this is a high, this is a higher low, this is your higher high, this is your higher low. So can you see where the market is doing what? Breaks and retests of higher highs and higher lows? There's another area right here. So where the blue the blue section was buys, right? The pink section, the pink area or magenta zones would be our selling opportunities, right? Because every time price came back up to the magenta area or the pink area, what did price do?
Drop down lower.
It went down further,
I
right?
didn't know we would sell in that area.
Kept going down. So this is why it's important for you guys to kind of know what type of market you're in. You know, are you in a bearish market? Are you in a bullish market? Or are you consolidating? So like from here to down here, that would be considered a range of consolidation, right? So, you know, there were times where I wouldn't take a trade. I would take a trade. I would get in a trade, go into profit, end up getting out of the trade because did not take profit when I needed to, and then the market reversed. So what I've just been doing is just kind of journaling for myself to say, hey, if you know it looks like this, we just don't take a trade. You know, highlight your highs, find your lows, and wait for the market to kind of come back and retest certain areas. Then we'll look for opportunities. All right. So around 199.263, which is right up here, we could have just said, hey, let's watch this area here. Let's just watch this area here. Now, how many points do we see touching that price? How many points do we see touching that price?
Like 4 or 5.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, good. Good eye, Amber. Good eye. About 4 or 5 touches. So when I'm marking up like support and resistance, that's my magic number, right? What do I mean by magic number? How many times does price come to support or resistance? The more price hits that level, the more the likelihood price is going to reject and go the opposite way, because it's just retesting a previous high or a previous low. So in this case, is 199.291 higher or lower than 199.870? Is it higher or lower?
Say it again.
Is 199.291 higher or lower than 199.870?
Oh, lower.
It's lower. So that means that is a lower what?
Lower high.
Lower high. That's your lower high zone. Okay, that's your lower high zone. So as you guys can see, once we kind of got like up over here to where it starts to consolidate, you see how the candles are like scrunched together. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for those that live in Atlanta, who has the worst traffic? 285, 85, 75, or 20? Or 6?
285.
285 got the worst traffic. This looks like 285 on a Friday at 4 p.m. listening to Greg Street.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's traffic. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna highlight this in a different box, and I'm not going to shade it. I'm not going to shade it. I'm gonna make it black and gray. So y'all see what I did? All I did was just identify consolidation. Now, where did price break out of this box? Did it break out above or below?
Below.
Broke out below. Here's a trick. Use the line chart. So you know that you got a double top up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now look at the third point that's right here. Is this higher or lower than this area here?
Lower.
Lower. So that means it's a what?
Rejection.
Rejection. Also, what type of structure? Lower high or higher high?
Lower
lower.
high.
Lower.
Good, yeah, good job. Lower high. So that means that these are what?
The highs. The higher high.
Nope. Other way around. Lower lows. So this was a higher low because it's higher than this data point over here and down here and down here. But you see how it switches from a higher low to now a lower low because what? This
It's trending back down.
it's starting to trend down. So can you see the market structure kind of shift now?
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to wait for the market to do what? Pull back, create a new lower high, break, close below to make a new what?
Lower
Lower
low.
low.
Lower low. Then the market is going to pull back and retest the previous lower lows as a new what?
Lower high.
Lower high. So now can you see that with the candles?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Now you see the drop? That would have
Yes.
been a selling opportunity.
Gotcha.
That would have been a nice selling opportunity. Right? So on the hour time frame, at that point in time, from 7:31, right? From last week, this was NFP. This is when NFP happened. NFP caused the market to go down. Now, this is kind of where a lot of people get mixed up at, right? What time frame best fits me, things of that nature. Listen, if you're trading an hour, you're trading off of 1 hour structure. If you're trading off the 4 hour, you're trading off the 4 hour structure. Trading off the daily structure. If you're looking at the hour, stay on the hour, right? The overall trend, when I say overall, meaning if I zoom out and look to the left, what does it look like the market? What's the direction of the market?
Bullish.
It's bullish. But are you able to see selling opportunities, which would be what? Pullbacks or retracements?
Oh yeah.
So I figured, hey, I'm bullish, yes. So let me find some lower price points where price could reverse from. Hence, these lower price points down here in the blue where price could reverse from. So I'm going to delete this one off. So you see how all I'm doing is just looking to the left for structure, for previous support levels. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. If I'm looking for resistance levels, you see how in the yellow or gold zones, that's resistance levels at the top.
Yeah.
So always sell high, buy low. And all I do is just wait for structure to present itself. So that sell happened. If you look kind of closely, what letter of the alphabet can you kind of see right here? It's the letter of the alphabet.
Or W.
A W. So that would be like a double bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times did price come back to here? What? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. What was the magic number that we said?
4. Well, 4 to 5.
4 or 5. The more touches you have, that kind of indicates what?
Price will go in the opposite direction.
Price is probably gonna go in the opposite direction. Very good. And then that's what we saw, right? We
Mhm.
saw the market start to do what? Go right back up. So that everybody that was looking for what? Sales now got caught up and got caught up. Why? Because the market has now shifted from bearish to now bullish. Now we're making higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. So again, even within the bullish market, you're going to have selling opportunities because that's the pullback. Continue up. So where you see these two trend lines, right? This trend line here, and then this trend line going down, and then this trend line going down. That's called a flag pattern. It's called a flag pattern. Okay. Is it important for you to know every pattern? It's subjective, depending on the trader. You'll start to see them the more you chart up on your own and everything. But typically when you see these patterns, they kind of let you know, like, oh, you see how we kind of broke out of that top trend line of the flag. So
Mhm.
you see how we broke out after we hit this resistance? It came down, it broke out, hit the resistance again. What kind of opportunity do we have right here?
A lot of buying. If I'm looking at close enough, I can't really see it.
Let me zoom in. What type of opportunity did we have right off of this purple zone?
Oh, that's silly.
The sell.
Yep, had a sell opportunity. How many pips
Mhm.
could that have been?
So
Let's
I
see.
think that was like 70 or 80, wasn't it?
No. I would say 70, maybe 25 to 50. Let's see though.
Oh, you're talking about that second one. Okay.
Up 20, 20
20.
pips,
Mhm.
20 pips. Cool. It's fine. We'll take the 20 pips.
How are you
Right.
calculating the pips? I'm sorry, like,
So if you do 197.923
mhm.
minus 197.748.
Okay, that's how many points
Yes.
it dropped.
So with JPY pairs, you do not count the third digit after the decimal.
Okay.
That's your pipette.
Okay.
So make sure you're going through the university. I'll show you where it is real quick after I put it on the calculator. Let's say 748. Well, from 197.923 to 197.748, that's actually about 17 pips. We just rounded it up.
Gotcha.
All right. So gave us 17 pips, but you see I had a zone drawn, and then I was like, okay, well, look, here's the last lower high was right here, and then we did a nice break. This candle that the line is on breaks and closes above. Here's the pullback. There's the retest. Go up. This candle came back and retested and then went where?
Back
Back
down
up.
to the green. Um,
It came back down to the green with this aqua color, right? But then where
Mhm.
did price go?
Back up
Back up.
above purple.
Above the purple, above both purples. So
Mhm.
look, we broke how many resistance levels?
1, 2, 3,
One,
4.
three. We broke 3 resistance levels.
Our resistance levels are the highlighted levels.
Yes. Where
Gotcha.
purple is and the blue arrows,
Gotcha.
that will be the resistance levels. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amber, you said how many?
Oh, 4 to 5. I was on mute. 4 to 5.
Good eye. Very good.
Mhm.
Very good eye. So now you see what type of movement? Can you see the bullish movement now?
Yes. On the higher highs and
High,
higher lows.
higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So when I'm using a trend line, I want to connect two or more data points. So you see how this trend line is drawn, and how many touches do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That tells me I'm in a what type of market?
Bullish.
Bullish market. So that's why we are currently in buys now. That is why we are currently in buys. Today is just a teaching of like how to identify trends, not necessarily calling a trade out. It's just really to the focus more so is on market structure today.
Mhm.
How to read market structure. All right. So far, does anybody have any questions?
No, sir.
I'm pretty clear right now.
Okay. Q, you got any questions?
I think he's working and
Who's that
listening
right
at the
now?
same time.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
No question.
No questions? Okay, cool. So now I'm going to show you guys some things for your notes for you guys to keep. The first thing is going to be, and this is something that I will share in that Telegram chat. Mario, you already have this, so don't worry about this, bro. The first thing I'm going to share is going to be this. You can actually go to this website called bookmap.com, and I'll go to it so you guys can see it real quick. All right, so and for those that use Hanko Trade, we could do the same thing on Hanko Trade. So it's actually I actually have it kind of pre-drawn on there. So I was looking for buys at one point, but GJ never broke. It never came above this purple zone, right? And it looks like we're heading to where? That we're heading to this purple zone. So every time price hit that purple zone, we just did what? Fill in the blank. When we retested the purple zone, did we retest?
No, pull back.
Yeah. But did we retest the purple zone?
Previously,
What
yeah.
is
I should have deleted it. Crap.
what does it mean to retest? Oh,
Come
we
back,
don't.
come
Yeah,
back and touch.
yeah, we don't retest that zone, right?
Yes, we did.
We do. We do. Okay.
Yep, we do. You always want to retest. Sometimes the market won't retest. It'll just break and go.
Mhm.
Okay. Sometimes the market will just break and go. But sometimes the market will just come back and retest and drop or rise. So this area right here, trying to grab. All right, well, I'll just leave that small one there. So just act like you don't see the small one, right? But this big one up here, around the 199, 250, price
Mhm.
kept retesting that zone and eventually dropped. So we're actually almost to that zone now. So the chart that you see here on Hanko actually looks like the chart that I was previously on the other broker, on my other broker.
Mhm.
I just don't have the other stuff on there. So, all right, let me share this website with you guys. It's called bookmap.com. You can look this up. What is market structure? And I would highly recommend you guys to read through this. It is a good read. You all will learn how to implement market structure in your trading. And most importantly, how to really see your entries and your exits. Okay. But let's do a little Q&A real quick. So Amber, what makes a bullish market? A series of what?
A series of high highs and high lows.
Yep. So that means you want a higher high to break and close above, right?
Correct.
Lead to a new what?
A new a new lower low.
Nope, higher high.
Higher high.
Yep. And then pull back and retest as a what?
As a higher low.
Good job.
Mhm.
Yep. So your starting point is going to be a low.
A good diagram.
Your starting point is going to be a low. So it goes from a low to a high or higher high, down to a higher low,
Mm-hmm.
to a
And a
new
higher high to a new higher high.
higher high, down to a previous. So it's going to retest that previous higher high as a new higher low.
Higher low. Gotcha.
All right. Mario, do a bearish market.
You're gonna start at the high, you're gonna make a lower low, come back and retest for a lower high, go back down for a lower low, come back and retest for a lower high, and keep going down.
Yep. So we want to see that series of lower highs, lower lows, right? So until the market kind of gives you one or the other, then that's kind of what I want to look for. Now, what if the market is creating equal highs, equal lows? That's
Sideways.
that's sideways. It's consolidation. You have no trade.
Gotcha.
You wait for the retest of an equal high or an equal low. What is your magic number? That is the biggest question.
4 or 5 touches.
What is your magic number? It could be 4 or 5. Remember, that's Micah's number,
Mhm.
right? Yours could be 2 or 3. So like the first 2 touches is going to prove support or resistance. The third touch is your confirmation. The fourth touch is the retest. The fifth touch is the retest. The sixth touch is the retest. That just lets you know, like, hey, we're not able. The story is this: buyers and sellers are not able to break above a high or below or low.
Everybody done got out of it at that time.
Yep. So you see how it looks on. Now it's not always going to look perfect. Sometimes it will look like this. So how many touches do we see at support?
3.
3. So let's say, would you have bought at that support?
Mm,
The second one, yeah.
Okay. Why, Mario?
But because I can just see, um, I would have bought at a second support just because I can just, from my experience looking at it, man, When it hit 2 or 3 times, it's go time.
Okay, all right, I like it. I like it. Now, what about at the resistance? What needs to happen in order for you to buy?
So we gotta go above, come back, retest at least twice, and then keep going up.
I like that. Now, Mario, is that your rule?
Yeah, that's definitely my rule.
So,
I like to see at least 2 times.
so Amber and Q, I want you guys to pay attention to this. Your rules is what's going to help you to determine whether you take a trade or not.
Understood.
Your rule is what's going to determine whether you take a trade or not. If I see XYZ, trade is taken. If I don't see XYZ, trade is not taken. I gotta wait. Would you rather wait and not lose money or rush and run the possibility to lose money?
Wait and not lose money.
So your rules is what's going to help you not lose money.
But honestly, Micah, I'm gonna probably be on a few more of these before I understand my XYZ.
It's cool.
Yeah, because this is like the
Yeah.
first real breakdown that I've had. I didn't even know what a bullish structure was. I mean, they went over it at the free game tour, but that was just like really quick and brief, and my first time ever being exposed to it. So this has to be embedded in my brain for
That's
me to figure out my XYZ.
that's
But
why.
I'm gonna earn while I'm learning.
Yeah, that's why I really go over it with anybody that comes in contact with me. I make sure this is what you need to know.
We
This is
appreciate that.
this is
Thank you.
what this is what's important. Freaking Nas. I do not even want to look at Nas no more. She's getting on my nerves. All right, so yep, that rule is what's going to really, really help. All right, so you see where it says why is market structure important in trading?
Hmm.
It says market structure is important for both new and professional traders since it can influence the liquidity and price action of a market. It's also one of the most commonly used techniques to understand trends, identify potential reversal points, and get a feel of current market conditions. Market structure is a reflection of the two-way auction process and psychological changes of market sentiment. It provides incredible insight into how the market is behaving. It can provide vital clues about where the price action is heading next. The trend, you guys will hear this a lot. You probably heard this at the free game tour. The trend is your friend.
Hmm.
So there are people that say buy the dip. I'm sorry, that's wrong. You don't buy the dip until price hits a support level. Price tests a previous lower high, and we want to see price turn into a higher low. That's the only time you buy the dip is when price hits a support level. If it does not, if it's blowing through that support level, what does that mean? Sellers are in control.
Mhm.
So, Micah, a support level is basically when you're rising from a lower low to that last higher low.
So I'm gonna show you another example, right?
Mhm.
Of support levels, right? So think about a support level. When you stand in the house, you stand on the floor, right?
Mhm.
If and above you is your ceiling, okay? You gotta have a lot of momentum for you to go through that ceiling, right? You gotta have a lot of momentum to go through your floor.
Right.
So think about the candles. If the candles are above a floor, they are supported by the floor.
Gotcha.
Make sense?
Yeah, the support is some type of foundation where
There you go. There you go. When building a house, what's built first? What's laid first?
the foundation, the floors,
Yep, the floors.
ground level.
Yep, ground level. And then they build the framework, and now they can put a new floor on top, and now that becomes the ceiling above.
Hmm. Hmm.
So let's look at a chart. No, I do want to look at GJ. I don't want to look at Nas because she's gonna make me mad. So you see this blue zone around 195, 311? All I did was find a previous resistance level, and I waited for price to come back and touch that area as support. So like another support level or resistance turn support would have been like right here. I don't have the patience. Get off my screen, Nas. I'm not looking at you right now. I will look at you Monday. Stupid, stupid. Y'all gotta forgive me. Sometimes I get sidetracked
It's
when
okay.
a trade goes my way and I just was not patient enough. Lord have mercy. I should have been in Nas earlier. That's all. It's all good. See, you can't be in everything, Amber. I'm trying to
I
tell you,
get it. I get it.
you
I get it.
cannot be in everything. So let's let the chart load back up. Darn her, darn.
I'm on my phone, so I'm trying to blow it up and see which blue line where you said at 193,
195, 311.
95, 311. Gotcha. Okay, so I see. So that's the support line.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me go. I'm gonna pull up trading. I'm gonna pull up trading views. For some reason my trade locker app wants to act funny and whatnot. So all right, let's go to GJ, chart. Okay, so let's get rid of all of this junk on the chart. Remove all drawings. I'm gonna hide this indicator. And we're just gonna look to the left. So like when I'm looking for resistance, I'm looking for something like this. Resistance, turn support. A better area would be down like down here. So you see how to the left right here was resistance.
Yes.
See how this turned to support? This turned to support,
Gotcha.
resistance. Now, when price came back into that gray zone, it just found a deeper support level, which was down here. So you would have to wait for the market to kind of leave from here, come back up, come back and retest it, and then leave again and come back. So you see how it left, closed above, and retested right here, and then went up.
Yes.
See how price came back?
Yes.
Kind of came back through it some more. All it did was just retested this area right here,
Yes.
and then went right back up. So you see how it still played in this zone, this price, this zone?
Yes.
That's kind of like that support level.
Makes sense.
You have major and minor. Major means a lot of touches. Minor, less touches.
Was this minor?
First gray box, how many touches do you see?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3. Or do you mean like the top one or the lower one?
This one right here.
Okay, so that top one. Let me see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So major or minor?
That's probably what 4 is major, right? Because we look for 4 to 5.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that could be major. We can live with that. 195.725, major or minor?
Say it again.
This price that's selected, 195.725. Major or minor?
Minor.
Why is it minor?
Look like I only got 2 touches if I can see correctly.
All
Oh,
right.
1 touch. 1 touch.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
I see
Okay.
3. I see
Yeah,
3.
3 minor. 3 would be minor. 3 would be minor. All right. Bottom zone, major or minor?
Oh, that's a major area right there.
Very good. Very good. So that's kind of what I like to look for. Now, this is the tool I want you guys on your own. When you have TradingView, you're going to look this indicator up. It does it for you, but after a while, you'll be able to call out your own highs and lows by eyeballing it, right? I just use this as a reference when like I'm helping somebody new, and if I just want to double check what I know, right? But 9 times out of 10, I'm spot on with it, right? So you come over to indicators, 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 right? You want to look for higher high, lower low strategy, lonesome 8.6. And it's going to give you your highs and your lows. So you see how it looks on the chart?
Yes.
I can guarantee you, I can go to a blank chart and identify the same structure areas. So let's look at my chart really quick. 195, 311, 195, 190. Fooling with Nas made me lose some money. But that's okay. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Yes, we will.
Come on, chart, load up. All right. Connection loss. Attempting to reconnect. Go back to TradingView. All right, so we see it. It says lower high. We got lower highs, lower lows. So All right, so let's hide it real quick. I'm gonna get rid of it. So this area right here is a higher low. This area right here is going to be a higher low. This is going to be a higher low here. This is going to be a higher low. This is going to be a higher high. This is going to be a higher high. And then I know this was a lower high. This is a higher high. Up here is going to be your higher high. As price come down, you'll see it shift from higher highs to now lower highs, lower lows, right? So now let's do this. Zoom over.
Did you say the same type of chart is on Hanker Trade?
You can find the same chart on Hanko Trade. I'll show you. I'll show you. We'll do it on Hanko Trade too, okay? So now let's do this. Go back to our indicator. Indicator here. Was I right? Now this says lower low, but is that the first circle? Is it higher or lower than the lower low to the left?
It's higher than the lower low.
So it's a
Yep.
higher low, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you see what I mean by sometimes, even though the indicator has it as a lower low, they're right. But if you're looking at it like, oh, that's where that circle is, that's actually higher than this area.
And it was to the left.
Yeah, to the left.
Exactly.
It's higher than that. So it's a higher low. The next circle, is it higher or lower than the previous circles?
Higher.
Higher. So it's a higher
A
low.
higher low.
Very good. So that's all I do is I look for my structure.
Mm-hmm.
So you see where this next circle is right here, where it says lower low?
Mm-hmm.
If we have a touch around that price area, okay? Let's see.
Got one touch.
Major or minor zones?
Minor.
Major right there.
Major.
Oh, from that lower low to you're going down the support line?
Yep, to the right.
Okay, I see. I had to scroll over. I'm on my phone. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. Yep, major. So now you can see where it switches from that downtrend to now going into the uptrend.
Higher highs and higher lows.
Higher highs and higher lows. All right, it's 9:53. I do not like to overload you guys with information. So far, let's do a recap. What have we learned so far? What have you learned today?
Well, I learned the trend of a bullish market and what's the other one? The sideways market.
Yep. And then what's the downtrend market is called, or what?
The downtrend is the bearish.
Yep.
Bearish market. Okay.
Mhm.
Bearish market. Yeah. So yeah, I'm learning a lot today, more than I ever knew.
Mhm. Anything else?
Just how to pay attention to the trends and when to retest the higher highs and the higher lows,
Yep.
and the lower highs and the lower lows.
Mhm.
Learned about the support line, whether it's major or minor,
Yep.
and how to do my own research and go to these charts.
So,
And I need to read the book and map.
yep, so you can use this for your for notes. I will post this in the chat. All right, so for those that are on YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed today's session, today's class. I will get back on YouTube this weekend to go over the schedule for this upcoming week for August. And looking forward to seeing you all then. That is going to conclude today's session. If you need more information or if you want to work with me, just shoot me a message in the chat. You guys can reach out to me on Telegram. Show you guys my Telegram information, my phone number as well. Just comment market structure when you're getting in contact with me, so I know you're referring to trading. Okay. But yeah, comment market structure. That way I know you guys found me from here. Actually, you guys can't see my screen. So my Telegram username is going to be @DappermanTrade. Again, that's @DappermanTrade. That's the best way for you guys to get in contact with me, to sit in on the live class via Zoom. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and stop the